Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Green Yards at Melrose, down in the heart of the Scottish borders. Today's game is a BT Premiership match between Melrose, who are the current Premiership leaders, and Currie. There's the Currie team out in the field. Let me just run through them for you. Matt McPhillips will be at full back. Harvey Elms is on the right wing. Cameron Gray's on the left wing, number 11. Robbie Nelson and Matthew Hooks are the centres. Graham Callow and Charlie Shiel are the half-back hinge. A big front row of A.P. McWilliam on the loose head, Fergus Scott at hooker, Graham Carson at tight head. Hamish Bain and Stephen Ainsley are the locks. Rhys Davis, Thomas Gordon are the breakaways, and 33-year-old Ross Weston is at number 8. There's the scene at the Green Yards. I'm delighted to say alongside me here is Niall Godsmark, who's going to be adding wit and wisdom this afternoon as the game progresses. So Niall, I know you'd rather be out there, but tell me a wee bit about this Melrose team and how they've been going this season.
They've been playing pretty well. A good start against Barmuir at home. High scoring game, but it was from both sides. Not a lot's changed over the last few weeks, so we've still got the Taylors at centre. Quite a young backline, but it's quite exciting as well.
Here's the Melrose lineup. Then Fraser Thompson will be at full back. Ross McCann and Austin Lockington are the try-scoring wingers. The Taylor brothers, George and Richard, are at 13 and 12. Jason Baggett is standoff. Murdo McAndrew, one of the several Scottish under-20s caps, is at scrum half. Jamie Batty, Russell Anderson and Nick Bevan are at front row. Rory Knott and Lewis Carmichael are the second row. Neil Irvin Hess is at 6. Grant Runciman at 7. And Ian Moody at number 8. And the wee figure you can see in the middle there in his blue and black jersey is today's referee, Mike Adamson. And he'll be delighted to be here at the Green Yards. Now, I think we've got something kind of special here today. Let's just... This is it. You may hear it on the public address system, but of course Melrose Rugby Club have been celebrating the success of one of their former players, Mark Robertson, who was a silver medalist in the Rugby Sevens at the Rio Olympic Games, at which I have to say Mike Adamson, who's standing there, was a referee. So Mark Robertson, a guard of honour from Currie and from his teammates at Melrose, and well deserved too. And of course in the past he played his rugby 15s here at Melrose on the Green Yards and at Edinburgh Rugby before throwing in his lot with Scottish Rugby Sevens. Niall Godsmark is with me. We're watching Graham Clow, who is the Currie standoff, right there in the centre of the field. What a lovely day it is for rugby here. I bet you wish you were out there, Niall.
Yeah, it's really nice. It looks like it'll be quite an exciting game. Obviously Melrose try to keep their winning streak. Currie with 2 losses obviously want to turn that around and get a win.
There we go then, kick off. And Melrose obviously in their yellow strip to the right of picture. Currie to the left. There's Murdo McAndrew with the first, no doubt, of several high up and unders taken away in the left wing there by Cammy Gray. This is where they try to sort each other out, isn't it? This is opening seconds. Graham Clow with a long diagonal, pops it in behind Ian Moody. Oh, and that's a wild one from Moody, kind of caught Fraser Thompson a wee bit unawares. Long ball out to this wing. This is George Taylor. See the Melrose players there sort of beavering in to get loose ball. McAndrew again, out it goes, past Baggett. Out to Lockington away on that far side. This wee fella's like a wee firefly. Flits and skips everywhere. Good ball again. Nick Bevan takes it up for Melrose. Currie having to do all the tackling. Here's Moody. Thompson again, lovely take there by Runciman. Well, almost a take, and Weston was in there, number 8 for Currie, you can see. So in these opening seconds, Niall, we've just played about a minute and a half here at the Green Yards. Already Melrose popping the ball through their hands and showing people the way that they want to play this game this afternoon.
Yeah, we started off with the ball in their 22, and instead of kicking it, we went to run it. Got over the gain line quite a bit, and obviously there, instead of carrying with forwards, we went out the back as well and wide. So it is going to be quite a bit of running today for the players, but it's perfect conditions for it.
here we go again. You can just see on the replay the way that the ball pops along the three-quarter line. Grant Ransom in there, who's today's captain for Melrose, unable to take that one. And so there's the scrummage. That's the halfway line. Right in the middle of that Currie scrummage. Whose lock forwards today are Hamish Bain, number 4, on this side of the Currie second row, and big Stephen Ainsley, a Scotland under-20s cap, number 5 on the far side. Charlie Shield to put in, and of course his dad Graham played for a long time at Melrose here on the green yards in years gone by. Not too many years gone by, he would say, but there's Charlie, the next generation, ball in hand, just waiting to put the ball into the scrummage. Going to be warm out there today, Niall, I would think, for these fellas once they get 5 to 10 minutes under their belt.
Yeah, it'll get the heart rate going. Kind of same as the Barmuir game, first game of the season. Everyone's tired after that.
Tight scrummage from Melrose, but good ball away there from Shield to Clough. This is Harvey Elms coming into the line. Lovely tackle there by Richard Taylor. Taken on by Thomas Gordon. Shield again. Good continuity here by Currie. And this is big Stephen Ainsley. Clough again opts for the kick. That's a long one. That's away behind Ross McCann. That's a very good touch. That's right down in the corner there.
Yeah,
sorry, Niall, on you go.
Yeah, very good kick. You know, good defence by Melrose, but then they obviously went for the option of the kick and it paid off, so Melrose under pressure.
So Graham Clough will be delighted with that kick, which is, as you see, has put Currie to within 5 metres of the Melrose try line. Russell Anderson to throw. Beautifully taken there. Was that Irvin Hess at the tail? Yes, it was. Moody's there as well. They've got so many targets in that Melrose line out. Back. Well cleared by Baggett. Strong kicker Jason Baggett. Stage 3 player of the Edinburgh Rugby Academy too, and a great asset to this Melrose side in so many ways.
Yeah, he's done well since he's been at the club. Very strong ball carrier for a 10, improving every game. He's got a good kicking game as well, so he's quite an exciting player, and he'll obviously develop over the weeks.
Currie to throw in the shape of Fergus Scott. Well taken there. That was Hamish Bain getting hands on that. Here's Ross Weston. 33 years young Ross Weston. Shield with a quick one. Bain again. This is Harvey Elms. Great running by Currie. Enterprising stuff. Melrose's defence being tested, but no leaks so far. There goes Bain again. Bodies piling in all over the place. Fergus Scott with a attempted offload, couldn't quite do it. Clough. Robbie Nelson there. Robbie Nelson's the big burlier of the two centres, number 13 in the back of his shirt, I think he has today. Yeah, but there's the first penalty of the game. Now that's interesting because we've played almost 4 minutes, and I think that's about the first penalty we've had, which is a bit of a record.
Yeah, it was good ball carrying by Harvey Elms. You know, they're using both backs and forwards, and everyone's run their lines, and he's got good yards there. Melrose did well to get back, and obviously it paid off getting a penalty.
And there's the big fellow who took it in, Robbie Nelson there, big burly bearded lad. We pause for some attention to his co-centre Matthew Hooks. And meanwhile, Melrose take the penalty kick rather, and find touch on halfway. Really glorious day here. There are a lot of people in the stand underneath us from our commentary position because they've been enjoying lunch, celebrating Mark Robertson's Olympic success. And a little knot of spectators away in that far side, which of course is always busy when the Sevens are here in April. Not straight by Melrose. Runciman gathers, gives it back there. He won't be so keen to give it back as gently to Weston in the future, though.
Big ball carrier Ross Weston is. Tactic usually is for us start of the game to kick it away from, because he's one of their main players and a very good ball carrier.
And Runciman's worth his weight in gold, isn't he? He's not the biggest of players. I mean, what is he, about 13 and a half, going on 14 stones, but he's non-stop action.
Yeah, he's good at completes his tackle. He's a good little 7. Really likes to compete for the ball, so he's good to have in your team. Works really hard.
We'll have to be very careful about our law today, Niall, because away to our left in this gallery we've got Andy Ireland and Alan Forrest, who are referee assessors, and their ears are cocked in our direction as I speak. But I think we've said everything correctly so far. I think we've nailed it. Otherwise we'll be hearing some coughing and laughing from our left. But there we are. Here's the halfway line. And this is going to be a Currie put in. Charlie Shield, just 18 years of age, playing Premiership rugby. Real young talent, Scotland under-20s cap, of course. Now, there are some binding problem there for Melrose on that far side. That was on Nick Bevan's side of the scrummage. There he is, the big bearded lad just trotting back at the end of that Melrose group of players. Clow. And once again, Currie find themselves just into them in the Melrose half. I have to say most of the play has been in these opening 6 or 7 minutes of this first period.
Yeah, Currie's had quite a lot of possession. They've kept the ball really well. There's been a couple of penalties now, and we're still in the Melrose half. So if Currie keep the ball here, you know, Melrose could be under a bit of a problem.
So this is Fergus Scott with a throw in. Lovely take at the tail by Rhys Davis. Oh, and Melrose have disrupted well. Through they come, pouring through. Ian Moody was there. McAndrew again with that high kick. Now let's see what Mike Adamson's saying here. There was a knock on earlier on, and so they come back. Knock on before Murdo McAndrew's kick went in, so back they come.
Yeah, there was a bit of pressure there by Melrose at the line out. Currie went to set up for the maul, and I think it was Ian Moody went in there to steal the ball.
Now we've got there's the replay there. Yeah, big Rhys Davis got up for that one, did well.
Yeah, Lewis Carmichael there as he tries to bring the ball down, he's trying to steal the ball. So good pressure by Melrose, and but Currie still have the ball.
So an injury here to Melrose's Nick Bevan. Meanwhile, the Currie players there, number 7 you can see Thomas Gordon, short, stocky breakaway. Number 15 is Matt McPhillips. They had to rearrange their team quite late on today because of 1 or 2 injuries and so on. But so far, there's the scoreline at the top of your screen and the time. Just over coming up to 8.5 minutes played, and a wee pause for an injury to one of the Melrose players, Nick Bevan. And of course on a hot day like this, where the sun's really beating down in the green yard just in this very early autumn, it is hot, and players are well advised to take on water, aren't they, Niall, just to keep themselves hydrated.
Yeah, a few players would be quite happy to have a little break, a little stoppage. So no, that's good for them, just kind of get together and start, you know, fix things that aren't going right, and obviously keep doing what they're doing, what things that are right. So
you're a winger, aren't you? And you'll get plenty breaks.
Oh,
or is that not the case?
Yeah, I moved it centre just to work a little bit harder.
So this is just taking a wee while until the physios get the big Melrose forward sorted, and then we'll get back into action. I thought it is Nick Bevan, yeah, number 3. Here we are, all taped up. What would we do without sticky tape these days? So here's the scrummage. Melrose to put in. Murdo McAndrew. And let's see if Mike Adamson is going to be satisfied with this Melrose scrummage. He penalised Melrose the last time. Let's see what happens here. There's the put in. That looks better. Baggett. Out it goes. Oh, right over the head there of George Taylor. Here's the ball. Turnover for Currie. Shield with a wee chip into the corner. Ball bouncing awkwardly for McAndrew. There it is. You've got a great view in that picture. Melrose having to defend. Still 0-0. But this is the nearest Currie have been to the Melrose try line. Shield taken on there by Carson. Here's the big fella, Hamish Bain. That was Ainsley actually. Shield again. Good tackling. McWilliam under pressure from Melrose's quick defence. Clow. Long ball. This is McPhillips. Chance here for Hooks. And we might be able to have a look at that one just again.
Yeah, Currie did well. They lot of pressure there by Currie, and then they've went from the one width to the other. Then Melrose under pressure, man down. They've obviously Austin Longton went for the interception, and we're just reviewing it at the moment. Could be a penalty and close to a yellow card. So
could be a yellow, couldn't it? Now Grant Runciman, who's the team captain, is being called across, and Austin Lockington seems to be the naughty boy. So there they are, yellow card, Austin Lockington. And that deliberate knock-on by Austin Lockington has proved expensive for Melrose, because referee Mike Adamson has awarded Currie a penalty try. And there he is underneath the post, just walking back, and the conversion of course will be right in front of the post. So this is Graham Clow, who's kicked one conversion and 2 penalties this season so far. Let's see how he gets on here. There they are, just chips it through. 2 more points than for Currie. Currie lead 7 points to 0. And you can see they played 12 minutes in the first half. Here's Matt McPhillips.
A great attack by Currie. Melrose went deep from the kick-off, and then they went wide, found an overlap and made massive yards. Good tracking back by Grant Runciman and Rui not to make a mistake.
So there you are, that is the correct score at the top of your screen there. Melrose 0, Currie 7, and it was a penalty try awarded for Austin Lockington doing a deliberate knock-on, and of course the penalty try, the conversion, which I thought was a penalty, the conversion was in front of the posts. 7-0, Currie lead. And have we got another stoppage for injury here? Right, here's the scrummage then. That's on the Currie 10 metres line. Spectators on that far banking, of course, always have a great view of proceedings. They're so close to the touchline there. And they can hear all the grunts and the groans. So the pace of this game has kind of slowed down a wee bit after that penalty. It was going lickety-spit for the first 10 minutes or so, and it's slowed down just a little bit.
Yeah, there's been a few quick phases. Currie there getting massive yards from the kickoff, and then there's been a little break after, so it's been stop and start. But when the attack's good, it's been fast paced.
Murdo McAndrew with a put in. Big Ian Moody is at number 8 for Melrose. There he is, the ball at his feet. Out it comes to Baggett. This is Richard Taylor. McAndrew again. Moody takes it. That was Irvin Hess taking it on that time. Oh, and a penalty coming Melrose's way. Not rolling away. Referees are being very strict on that this season. Certainly in the Pro 12 they are. There was a shoal of penalties in the Edinburgh Scarlets game last night against players who weren't rolling away quickly enough. And I would imagine the Premiership referees will be adopting the same sort of approach. So this is Jason Baggett then, who's kicked 4 conversions and 3 penalties this season, amongst his 27 points total so far. And here's big Irvin Hess taking it up.
Yeah, he's a good athletic player. He gets round the corner quite quick. He's got a bit of pace as well and carries quite hard. Currie, real good defence, just a bit slow rolling away.
And the penalty comes, of course, because he didn't roll away quickly enough. So Jason Baggett, this laddie who comes from Port Elizabeth, way down the south coast of South Africa. And that's the distance. There's the distance that he's going to kick. I can tell you that it's about 30 metres. And the main road is just behind that crossbar that you can see. There's the kick. So here's Baggett to get Melrose's first points on the scoreboard. Yes, he's successful with that. The assistant referees put the flags up and indicated 3 points for Melrose, so the gap narrows to 4 points.
Yeah, it was a good attack from Melrose, just a simple cut and a good carry by Neil Irvin Hess, and then it just kind of slows things down, rolls down the clock to get the player back on.
Graham Clough gets the game underway again. Big high one coming out the sun. Caught there by Runciman. Grant Runciman takes it up. Whole of Melrose's pack is there beside him. There goes Carmichael. Rory Knott, that one is. McAndrew. Right into the hands of the fullback McPhillips. And McPhillips puts a long one in away downfield in behind Melrose again. That's another very good kick by Currie. They'll have to be quick. There's the quickly taken line out. Here's Fraser Thompson. Thompson returning the compliment. Oh, and there's a knock on by McPhillips. He'll be annoyed with that one.
Seems like a tactic from both teams to just keep the ball in the other team's half. Currie with a real good long kick. Melrose then played out from that and then put another kick in and put Currie under pressure with a knock on there.
It seemed to take an eternity nowadays to get the scrum formed. The time ticks on, the clock ticks on and on and on, and everybody gets just a little bit restless. But there we are. They have to be safe, of course. It's the prime consideration is player safety. There's the strike by Russell Anderson, and out it comes. Great running here. Richard Taylor out to brother George. George Taylor, a long ball to Thompson. Thompson almost there. Here come Melrose again. McAndrew to the heavy brigade. There's the heavy artillery going in now. McAndrew's got options to right and left. Almost there. Oh, that's a nice wee try. Murdo McAndrew seals off a very good move for Melrose. That puts Melrose in the lead at 8 points to 7. McAndrew with a nice try.
Yeah, right back to the start. Richard Taylor, big player, big strong carry. Offloads to his brother George. George makes a nice run. Looks for his support and puts a lovely pass in. As you can see here, there's Richard with the carry. Good one-hand offload. Wide pass to Fraser. Fraser just gets caught short. And then goodbye Melrose to just keep the ball, keep going phases, and actually get themselves under the post.
They know exactly what they want to do in these situations, don't they? McAndrew with a couple of feeds, and then this time there's a half a gap, and he's through it just like that. There's the third feed. See, the defence is stretched now, and suddenly he's over. There we go. And the kick is over from Jason Baggett. So it's 10 points to 7 for Melrose now. In the lead for the first time in this game at the end of the first quarter. And Graham Clough has yet again to get this game underway. Here we go. Another of these high kicks coming down out the sun. Beautifully caught. That big Ian Moody there doing the business for Melrose. McAndrew again. Remember, there's no Austin Lockington on that far side. He was yellow carded. He should be back on in a minute or so. Shield out to Clough. Clough again trying to put a bit of pressure on Melrose with territory. Fraser Thompson gathers. Now Thompson's got a swerve and a bit of acceleration. In go the Melrose backs. George Taylor, number 13, there in to help. Currie have turned it over. And away goes big Hamish Bain. Shield. This is McWilliam. Harvey Elms. Lovely handling here. Oh, and McPhillips just got caught in two minds whether to put the ball out or not.
Yeah, keeping the ball really well. He had a man on the outside and he decided to carry, but good tackle by Ian Moody, and still Currie still have the ball.
Great take by Hamish Bain there as he saw the Melrose player coming in. He turned his back and took ball. Very messy at this breakdown, but Melrose have turned this one over. Here they come, ball in hand. Thompson, out it comes to McCann. This lad can run back infield again. Over the top from McAndrew. Putting a bit pressure on Currie now, forcing them to turn and cover. This is great running here by Cameron Gray. And the Currie pack in to help. Shield has a wee look to see where his receivers are. There they go. That was Fergus Scott. And Clough again. Over the top. Into the corner. Hoping that on the bounce took the ball into touch away from Fraser Thompson. So Currie find themselves down at the Melrose end once again.
A long passage of play coming from both sides. Melrose having the ball, and then good kick by Murdo. Currie positioned themselves very well and end up in the Melrose half, but they've Gray with a good carry to get them on the front foot, and then Clough with a good kick in the corner.
There's the view from the pitch side camera. That's Russell Anderson who's throwing in. Great take at the tail there by the Melrose jumpers. Look at the ball whizzing along that three-quarter line. Here's Lockington back on from his 10 minutes in the sin bin. Caught by Clough. Infield to Elms. Both sides trying to play a bit of rugby now. Elms again puts pressure on Melrose. Look at that. Right down into the corner. And that's a very good kick again, this time by Harvey Elms.
Yeah, you can see Currie looking to put it in that bottom right corner. That's like the fourth or fifth kick they've put in the corner there, and put Melrose under a bit of pressure.
Some big lads in that Melrose line-out. You see them there towering over Mike Adamson. Ervin Hess goes up, but the ball goes right over the top. Bevan can't take it at the tail. McAndrew in a wee bit of trouble from the tackle there by Ainsley. There's a good hit. That's a very good piece of play taken on there. That was Rory Knott. And now the clearance pass and kick. And Lockington finds touch on this main stand side. So Melrose have engineered a nice sort of exit strategy there and got out of the immediate danger, Niall.
Yeah, there's been a couple of kicks from 9 that haven't gone out into touch, but there they've been able to recover the ball, pulled it back to Austin, who's then put it into touch. So we're still in Melrose half, which Currie have the ball.
Beautifully taken there by Ainsley. This is Thomas Gordon feeding out, taken on now by big Robbie Nelson, the big burly centre. Great play by Rhys Davis for Currie, the wing forward. Shield again, there's the break. Look, he's almost away, but his opposite number, Murdo McAndrew, nabbed him, and there's the turnover. Look at this, McCann. Ross McCann, strong as you like. 3 tries to his credit already this season, leading in field. Beautifully taken there by Batty. This is McAndrew. Melrose in full cry now. Baggett plays scrum half. Lockington first receiver. Wee bit messy with the distribution there by Austin Lockington, with men outside him.
Bit of exciting rugby here. Ross out to Moody.
Ian Moody right on the touchline, brought down heavily. Currie trying to get hands on the ball. So a nice passage of play there, and both sides prepared to throw the ball around, and a very good exit from Melrose and breakaway initially by Ross McCann. Here we are, we can see it all again.
Yeah, Ross is new to the club, but he's done really well. Fitted really well into the group. A few tries to his name, so there were a very good carry to, take Melrose out of pressure, and offloaded well to Jamie Batt, who's got there outside. Kept the ball really well, but now not looking after the end, and Currie have then retrieved the ball again. So see what Currie can do. Oh, sorry, in fact, it's Melrose got the ball back.
A wee bit confusion about numbers in this line out and about who's supposed to be in and who's supposed to be out, but the end product is that Melrose get it, and it was big Lewis Carmichael who got ball for them there. Nice hands by Jamie Batty. That could be a maul, and then Currie ooh. That, I'd like to see that tackle again, and maybe we can see it, because that looked suspiciously like a shoulder charge. No? Anyway.
So I think the players were arguing about, or mentioning about the knee on the ground, so it's not a maul, so it's a tackle. But I think Mikey said it was a maul. You see here, he's trying to fight to get to the ground, but he's just held up. And then Currie will end up good defence, holding them up and turn it over to a maul.
Yeah. And then this player comes wheeling in. Right, well, the referee has let it go. Scrum down, Currie ball. Binding again on that far side of the scrum, a bit of a problem for Melrose by the signal that Mike Adamson is giving, so Currie can relieve the temporary siege. Some of the Currie kicking for touch today, Niall, has been very good. It's really got them out of difficulties at their end of the field and carried play away down to the bottom right, as we see it, into the Melrose half.
Yeah, they've obviously done their video analysis of, because last year they beat us twice, so they're looking to put Melrose under pressure and kick them to that corner. So we have to kind of get our line out right and get ourselves out into their half.
Melrose, of course, at the moment lead in the Premiership table with 2 wins out of 2 games. Currie are 9th out of 10, 2 played, no wins. So Melrose want to keep their unbeaten record. Currie are looking for their first win here at the Green Yards. Big Stephen Ainsley again, leading for Currie. Long ball. That was Hooks. Hooks is away again. He's got men outside him. Chance here for, it's Cammy Gray in the corner. That's a great try. That's a great score for Currie. That puts them back in the lead. It's Melrose 10, Currie 12.
Yeah, it was a really good team try by Currie. You see the carry in the middle. Charlie Shield picks it from 9, feeds it to the forward, and then you can see when they come back down the blind, you've got your front row. They've got their backs against them. Obviously, picked them off. Cammy Gray, they've finished it off, and Cammy Gray's went into the corner.
And there's the replay again, and it was a lovely piece of running, first of all, by Matthew Hooks. Just talk us through this when the ball comes out, because I think Hooks sets the line going.
So here, Charlie snakes round, getting the forwards to bite in. He's got few to bite in, feeds out to the second row, big carry, go forward, good clear here, and then they look to come down the blind, and then you've got your forwards against backs, and then they just pick them off. Good carry there by 12, looks outside, feeds Cammy Gray into the corner, so a good Currie try.
Right down the touchline, and on the touchline at the moment is Graham Clough with a conversion attempt. Oh, he walked away from that one right away. He was delighted. Over it went. 10-14 the score. Successful conversion there by Graham Clough. And he's kind of hirpling back into position, young Clough. But they will be delighted at the fact that they are back in the lead again by 4 points. There it is at the top of the screen, and onto the field for Currie has come number 18, Jared Firth, who's on the books of Glasgow Rugby, of course, this lad who came in from Auckland. Robbie Nelson takes the ball up for Currie. Shield to Clough. That's another thumping kick. Lockington underneath it for the home side. Here come Melrose. Baggett to Thompson. He's got McCann inside him if he needs him. Thompson all the way. McCann pursued by Currie. Great defence by the visitors, but Melrose get the penalty. Now, let's see what Mike Adamson's going to say about this. Oh, there's a yellow card. A yellow card, is that Harvey Elms who's got that? Here's the incident, because we can see this again as Thompson comes upfield. And he's got McCann inside him. There's McCann with it being tackled. And it's kind of difficult to see exactly what went on, but it's number 14, Harvey Elms, who's been yellow carded, so he is now in the sin bin. Could have been that they weren't rolling away or some incident like that.
They started off with a good clearance kick by Clough. Good defensive line by Currie and Fraser Thompson, able to find the gap. Made the yards, and Ross McCann has got there inside them and got their cell into the 22, so it was a good counter attack by Melrose.
Here we are then with this line out just 5 metres away from Currie's try line. Up go the jumpers. Is that big Carmichael in the thick of that? Melrose trying to drive over. They've got good control of this maul. Oh, and I think that's another try. That's a try for Melrose. Now, I didn't see who came up with that, I'm afraid, but it is a try for Melrose, and it's 15-14, the score now. There you go, Russell Anderson was the scorer.
So I'll start from that break, positive break by Fraser, give it inside to Ross McCann. Then got to the line out after that penalty. Kind of standard Melrose try, them all working really hard.
They all work very hard and they're very tightly bound, aren't they? I mean, look at that, they know exactly what they want to do. Right at the back of it there is Russell Anderson, the hooker. Legs working away and plop over the line he goes. Touchdown, 5 points for Melrose. Here's Jason Baggett hoping to make it a 7-pointer. Just about 4 or 5 minutes to half time. Oh, hey, he struck that sweetly. That was a lovely kick. 17-14, Melrose now lead. Thanks to that try by Russell Anderson and the conversion by Jason Baggett. So no sooner did Currie get themselves in the lead than Melrose strike back, Niall, and put themselves back in front. 17-14. Oh, a lovely take by, I think that was big Lewis Carmichael again. Fabulous catch at full stretch. Here come the Taylor boys. Colvin at scrum half. Anderson, full of adrenaline now after his try. Russell Anderson, there it is. That was a great catch taken there by Jamie Batty. Suddenly there's a wee sort of spring in the step of Melrose, but spoke too soon perhaps. Colvin goes down just to rescue the situation. Moody. Colvin again, Lockington. This is McCann. Oh, great timing of the pass to Thompson. Thompson's away. It's chased here by Shield. Thompson will get in at the corner. Let's see what the touch judge says. Great score. I think he's conferring with Mike Adamson. Yeah, try given. That's a brilliant score by Fraser Thompson.
Melrose kept the ball really well. Ross there were a really good run. Get over the gain line, that offload inside to Fraser, who's then got acres of space outside him. I see there Ross getting over the gain line, looking for that offload, and there's Fraser Thompson. Has to work hard looking for his support, but then decides to just go round into the corner.
He really backed himself up the touchline, didn't he? Charlie Shield there just trying to tackle. Harvey Elms came across. He got the touchdown. I think the assistant referee was nodding the head there that it was okay. So Jason Baggett has once more got the job of converting the try. Let's see what he can do with this one. He's kicked a penalty and a couple of conversions this afternoon. Another lovely kick. High and straight and long. It's there. Great kick by Jason Baggett. 24 points to 14. suddenly, Niall, a kind of ominous 10-point gap has opened up from Currie's perspective, visitors' perspective.
Yeah, Melrose have kept the ball really well, taking their chances, they're looking after it, and then they're able to find the gap. So now Melrose have got a good lead. If they can recover this ball and get it into touch, it's a good lead for a half-time.
That last try was a really good score. The offload from young McCann, Ross McCann, used to play his rugby up at Stuart Melville College, was sublime, just deft and absolutely on the target. Now, the big burly figure with number 18 in the back of his black jersey on this side of the scrum is Jared Firth, who's on the books of Glasgow Warriors and is one of these players who's been drafted out to the clubs, of course. So here he is getting some game time in the colours of Currie Rugby. And he is up against Jamie Batty on this side. A couple of big units, big strong men. Shield with a put in. Fergus Scott with a strike. It's a bit slow. Here goes Weston. Shield again. This is Nelson. Melrose had time to reform their defence there though. Shield again, up this narrow side. Taken on by Gordon, Thomas Gordon. McWilliam. Nice ball to Clough. Here goes the big fella, Nelson again, Robbie Nelson. Takes about 2 yellow-shirted Melrose players to bring him down. Here goes Firth. Lovely service from Charlie Shield. This is Gordon again on this touchline. No road through as he gets pegged down there by McCann. Very quick engagement in the tackle by Melrose there. Baggett rather, up very quickly in amongst the Currie players. Here goes Ainsley. Shield again, well taken by McWilliam, AP McWilliam. Had a very good game for the seconds for Currie last week and earned his promotion to the starting line here this week. Shield again, that rocket-like service. I think this is Matthew Hooks who set up that last Currie try, but he's buried under a great shoal of Melrose shirts. Chris Davis has come on for Currie as well, number 19. You may see him running around in a minute or so. Now, that was a very loud blast on Mike Adamson's whistle. And I think somebody has spoken back to the referee there and expressed some disagreement with his decision. And so, the penalty comes 10 metres further forward.
Again, Currie kept the ball really well, building the phases. Good defence by Melrose, putting the pressure on. As you see here, they've made the tackle and not rolling away quick enough, and good patience by Currie. They then earned themselves a penalty and got have a chance of getting 3 points just before half time.
Now we've got loads of replacements coming on. Number 20 for Currie at scrum half is Richard Snedden, wearing that blue scrum cap you can just see, and number 19 Chris Davis has come on as well, as has Gary Temple. A big replacement lock with that's Firth in the middle, and number 19 there is Chris Davis. Davis for another 3 points for Currie. Then I think he's got it. It's quite deceiving at times. It looked as though it had drifted past, but it went over, so it's another 3 points for the visitors, and it narrows the gap. It's still Melrose in the lead then here at half time. 24 points to 17. Melrose lead Currie. So welcome back to the Greenyards at Melrose for the second half of this BT Premiership match between Melrose and Currie. The half-time score had the home side Melrose leading by 24 points to 17, and as the teams come out onto the pitch into this lovely warm autumn sunshine, we're hoping, Niall Godsmark and I, that we're going to have as many tries in the second half as we had in the first, because we had 3 from Melrose, 2 from Currie. And it was, at one time, the tries were coming thick and fast, Niall. It was great.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of running rugby and the tries are coming in. So hopefully it's the same entertaining half here. So that's good conditions. So we'll see how this one goes.
There have been some substitutions at half time. I see for Melrose, Neil Cochrane has come on. Number 16, he's the Edinburgh Pro. And there'll be 1 or 2 no doubt in the Currie side as well, and we'll just list them in a minute or so, or we'll identify them for you. There's a big thumping tackle by Rory Knott on Hamish Bain right at the start of the second half, and big Hamish Bain, who's just out of shot to the right there, was doing everything he could to stop himself being dragged into touch, but he couldn't. Neil Irvin Hess at 2 in the line out for Melrose, just down below us. Let's see who gets this one as Cochrane throws. Irvin Hess takes. Good drive by the Melrose pack. Jamie Batty gets sent out to stand beside Cochrane. Cochrane has. There's a wee sidestep. Quick ball. Taken on there by Carmichael. Colvin. Baggett, along the line it goes. This is George Taylor. Currie under pressure in these opening seconds of the second half. Now it's not. Baggett again looking for the gap. Oh, Jason Baggett almost through. Took a very good tackle there by Richard Snedden to bring him down. There's wee Snedden just in the right of shot there with the blue scrum cap on. Number 20 for Currie. He came on just before half-time as a replacement. Harvey Elms comes back from his time in the sin bin.
So Melrose, they're looking to go the same way, and as they come back, they've got their over the gain line. Jason Baggett finds half a gap, and I think he looks for the offload and gets it knocked out his hand, but looking good at the start for Melrose.
Snedden waiting till his scrum gets settled. There it is, and in goes the ball. Fergus Scott, the hooker. Picked up and driven away by Rhys Davis. Good work there by the breakaway. Snedden again. Firth hit that, and it certainly shunted forward once his 19-odd stones hit it. Then over the top by Snedden. Fraser Thompson catches, does it very well. Charlie Shield was the tackler. He's out in the right wing now, I think. Baggett, McCann. McCann's got this lovely wee jinking sidestep. Look at this. He's strong as well. What a delicate offlay to Moody. Oh, and a saving tackle there by Robbie Nelson. Lovely piece of handling by Melrose in the build-up there. And this lad, Ross McCann, who's playing in the wing for Melrose, is a lad with a bit of a future. He's got pace, he's got vision, he's got a lovely touch. This is Lockington, the other winger. Thompson now, Fraser Thompson. McCann pops up like a wee jack-in-a-box on the far side. That's Jamie Batty. Currie under intense pressure from this Melrose attack now. Carmichael. Colvin's got options to right and left. Here's one of them, Lockington. Out it comes. This is George Taylor. Oh, great score. Ian Moody. Lovely, lovely rugby down that touchline. Ian Moody the scorer. Melrose go further ahead at 29-17.
Really good team try. Again, it all came back to Ross McCann. looking very sharp in this game. He's doing really well. Good first half, and now he's brought that into the second half. Made a little break. Shot at the try line, but they've kept the ball really well. Here you see him making the break. Decides to go himself. Looks for the pass. Moody there in support, but good defence, tracking back. That by Hooks.
Yep.
Got the ball back, and then they've went down the other side. Austin again, he's a sharp player, and then Moody's there to finish it off in the corner. But no, you've got good threats by Ross McCann and Austin Lockington.
They're a double threat, aren't they, on either side of the field, and McCann was over on this near right hand touchline just seconds ago, and then suddenly he pops up away on the far side on the left. But down here is Jason Baggett, who's been kicking some lovely conversions on a penalty this afternoon. Let's see how he gets on with this one. Well, that looks pretty good from here. Oh, that's a lovely kick. It never deviated 1 inch. Lovely kick there by Jason Baggett. It takes Melrose to 31 points to 17. And as they say, there's a bit of clear blue water between these sides now.
Perfect start from Melrose, keeping the ball, being patient, and then it pays off, and then get a try in the corner.
Moody, the try scorer, gathers for Melrose.
Bit of tactics there by Currie. They did this last week, that the kind of the sevens rule, the no tackle or the no rucks. They put a tackler in, no one competes, and then they can come offside in that offside position. Did it there and put Jason Baggett under pressure, and they've now kicked out in the full.
Now, Currie have rejigged their back division quite a bit, because I think what's happened is Chris Davis has come in at stand-off. Charlie Sheila away out in the right wing. There's no sign of Graham Clow just now. There goes Ross Weston. Snedden. Great play by Thomas Gordon. That's Ainsley. Snedden tries to take the direct route, the short route, picked up and driven on again by Bain, Hamish Bain, one of the two lock forwards. Great running by Currie, persevering, using the ball well. Out it comes to this side. This is Robbie Nelson. Now, were Melrose offside there? Yes, they were. Mike Adamson shows there that Melrose had just infringed a little bit. So that's still a very good attacking position for Currie, but Melrose's defence was resolute on that occasion. 31-17 the score. Davis just pops the ball into touch there. They're going to go for the line out and the forward drive to try and see if they can squeeze a try in that faraway corner. I think they call that is that the policeman's corner over there, Niall?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, for the police station is just beyond the trees and across the road on the far side. There's this lovely take again. Hamish Bain doing very good work in the line out. Oh, this could be a score here if Currie can just keep hands on the ball. That was Fergus Scott with the first dash. Hamish Bain now. Melrose's defence being asked a lot of questions at this moment. Davis again. Hooks trying to go through. Not quite got the pace. Pick and drive. Forwards are there in numbers. But John Cox arrives, one of the replacement props. There goes, that's Ross Weston again. What a lead he's given the Currie side. Snedden at the back there, number 20, snapping away at the heels of the Currie pack. Now the ball is in the hands of the Currie pack. It's Jared Firth who's almost there. Can't be far away from the try line. Great defence by Currie. By Melrose, I beg your pardon. I think that was Irvin Hess put a tackle in on the far side. Another penalty comes Currie's way. Melrose having to pull out all the stops in defence, Niall. Doing it well though.
Yeah, Melrose defence is it's our strong point this year. They've done it well over the last 2 games and they're really tested. But Currie being patient, keeping the ball. Pick and goes are very strong. They're just getting short of the line. And then they've just got a penalty there.
See, it's a beautiful day. It's shirt sleeve weather here. We're all sitting up in the commentary box, the great press box at the Green Yards, watching what's going on down below. This is how close Currie got to this Melrose try line. The pick and drive by the forwards. Great mass of black and yellow there. And they couldn't have been far away, just inches. And Mike Adamson has, I think if I remember correctly, said that Melrose were offside that occasion. Bodies come flying out all over the place. Here we are. So here we are back at the live action. And shadows lengthening just a little bit on the Green Yards. But still a lovely autumn day and a perfect day for rugby down here in the Borders. And the Green Yard's always one of the nicest settings, of course. It's a very picturesque little ground area. You can see all the trees round about. And spectators get in the shade if they want it, or they can stand in the sunshine. There's a wee pause for an injury to one of the players away on the far side. I think it's a Melrose player. Never take any chances nowadays with these lads, do they? They just make sure that everything is done properly. So Niall, Melrose have got this 31 points to 17 lead. There's a couple of scores between them and Currie, and you would think that, you know, they're on their home ground with that kind of lead, and given the state of they're into the last, what, 20 minutes or so, 50 minutes they played, so that's 10, half an hour to go. They should be able to hold on to that.
Yeah, it's something you can't do is underestimate Currie. They are a team to come back. You kind of need a bigger lead, but still early in the game. Currie have the ball on their 5 metre line, so there's a chance that they could score. But still, if Melrose can get this and get it away, then that will relieve some of the pressure. But it's still to play for, still a lot of time.
Now thankfully the injuries doesn't seem to be as serious as we thought, and the stretcher's being carried off empty. So here's the restart scrummage, right in the shadow of the Melrose goal post. You can see the padding around the posts there in the background. And Richard Snedden, who's had experience with the Scottish Club 15, scrum half for Currie, waiting to put the ball in. Chris Davis has taken up position on this side, the left of the scrummage, so Snedden has options either way. That's a big heave there by Currie. That is a huge heave. They've disrupted the Melrose scrum, and Jared Firth and Fergus Scott and Graham Carson in the front row will be delighted at that. It might even be, I think it's John Cox who's in there as well. Yeah. Cox and Scott and Firth. Here's this scrummage again. Look, just see, there's the set, and then suddenly the oomph as the big guys start to stretch their legs and heave forward. Tightly bound scrummage there by Currie, and it reaps the reward of a penalty. Snedden again, second time. They've opted for the scrummage rather than the penalty. Scrum goes down. Just looking to see who the various players are out in the midfield. We've got Harvey Elms sort of lurking behind that scrum. He's just out of picture. number 14 for Currie, and then you've got Robbie Nelson, the big centre. I think it's Matt Hooks beyond him, and then Charlie Sheila way out in the right wing. There you are, there they are. All ready and waiting, get their opportunity. Here's wee Sheila will be out in the far wing there, just 18 years of age, wearing his fluorescent green boots, which are a great identifier. Snedden with a put in. Scott with a strike. Weston with the ball at his feet now. There they go, Snedden in field to Weston. Melrose had that one policed very well. Grant Runciman put in the first tackle. Still Currie with ball. Ainsley. Currie again. This is Thomas Gordon. Currie player was a wee bit high there, and the Melrose tackle went in underneath him. Very close to the Melrose try line. Difficult to see in that distance. And with this, there's a huge roar. Now let's see. Mike Adamson indicates score. Score for Currie. And it's the big lad with a sweatband on. I think it's John Cox, but we'll see. Anyway, it's a score for Currie, 31 points to 22. Here's the replay, and let's have a look and see if we can work out exactly who gets it. Certainly wasn't Jared Firth. He was coming in a sort of half-moon run.
Yeah, one thing that Currie do well is keeping it in their forwards. You've got a big pack there, you know, Ross Weston. Thomas Gordon's a good ball carrier, a good 7 as well. Coming round the corner, you know, they get over the front foot, and then there's that little slip off the tackle, and John Cox goes over.
Well, we're still a wee bit undecided as to who got the score, but out on the touchline, or almost on the touchline, here's the conversion attempt. Well, that's another nice looking kick, but just a bit wide. So it remains 31-22. Melrose still in the lead. I think it was John Cox who got the score. Here's Jason Baggett then with a restart. Elms underneath it. In fact, it was Cammy Gray who was underneath it. Here's Lockington. Baggett again. Thompson. Here's this lad McCann who skates away from everybody and then suddenly stamps on the accelerator. Almost over the top there by McAndrew. Here goes Big Carmichael. He's a big unit, is Lewis Carmichael. 6'5" he is, 17.5 stones. Here it goes again. Look, there's McAndrew with the wee pass. Out it goes. That was Neil Cochrane in line, and then off goes the big fella, Lewis Carmichael. 17.5 stones, 6'5". Touch judge gives it as in touch. Here's the line out. Fergus Scott. Oh, brilliant take at the tail there. That was great play by Rhys Davis. Currie giving it everything they've got. Here they go again. Here's Cox again. Scottish club player John Cox. Snedden. Back to Davis. Playing it away down into the corner. McCann covers back. Thompson now. And Fraser Thompson. That's a very good kick from Fraser Thompson. That's a very good kick from Fraser Thompson. Right up to halfway.
Yeah, one thing that was mentioned at half time was play territory. So I think what they want to look at is get the ball more if they're clearing into touch. So good kick by Fraz and puts them on the halfway.
Did you sneak into the dressing room at half time and get the lowdown?
I had a wee look and listen. So.
Good lad. Tell us all. Oh, great. Oh, almost a great take by Ainsley. Well done by Snedden. This is Davis again under a bit of pressure, but recovering well. Hamish Bain at the bottom of that heap. Snedden just got caught as he was trying to get it away. And there's somebody going off their feet, you see, and putting their hands down on the ground and not remaining on their feet in the breakdown, and so they are penalised. And I think it was Neil Cochrane. Chris Davis just pops the ball upfield, knowing that Currie, because it was a penalty, Currie will get the throw into the line out. Fergus Scott again. He's the younger brother of the Scottish international centre, Matt Scott. Snedden, out it comes. There goes Weston, the captain, leading by example. Snedden takes it back up that side. Harvey Elms almost through. Oh, that took the best out of Neil Cochrane's tackle, that did. Cochrane saved Melrose. Not releasing in the tackle though, penalty to Currie. That was a lovely wee move there by Currie.
Yeah, again they're carrying in the middle and looking to go down the blind, and then they did that a little dummy switch and then put it back into the Harvey Arms. Who's
here they are again. It just beautifully worked.
Yeah, there you see Snedden carries, wraps round, gives the dummy, and then you go. Harvey sneaks in, looks for that gap. Good defence by Neil Cochrane, but then doesn't release and gives the penalty away. But Currie looking threatening.
Here we are back live, line out on that far side. Fergus Scott again with a throw, up go the jumpers. Bain takes it at the front, Ainsley rather that time. They're so alike, that pair. Here's Snedden, this is Ainsley now. Snedden gives it out there to Firth. Not much go forward on that occasion. Here goes the rest of the Currie pack. Davis. Snedden again. This is Chris Davis. Here goes Robbie Nelson. Nelson almost through, trying to battle his way through, but is well pleased there by Richard Taylor. Currie asking a lot of questions, and only, what are they, 11 points adrift, 31-22. Ainsley again, lovely tackle by Melrose. That was Irvin Hess. See how quick they are to the breakdown, both sides. Snedden trying to stretch, Davis again. Elms out in the far side, trying to go round young McCann. McCann was wise to it. That was a thumping tackle. Cox brings it this way. This is Thomas Gordon. Wrapped up again by the 16 stones of Richard Taylor. Big lad for playing centre. Here goes Weston. Snedden tries to get the runners marshalled. Ainsley again. Kind of wild pass there. And suddenly Melrose have got the advantage. Fraser Thompson chases. Matt McPhillips. That's a long kick by McPhillips. McCann. In fact, Lockington it is who struggles away back there. Harvey Elms. Melrose have nabbed him in the Currie 10. And they've conceded a penalty. I think it's this rolling away after the tackle that's beginning to, to bother some of the players. Yeah, there's Mike Adamson giving the not rolling away sign.
Yeah, it's that. From both sides, there's been good kicks, good kicking game from both sides. It's just as the phases go on, it's just that trying to roll away. It doesn't. We're not getting out quick enough. It's from both sides, and there's that penalty. So yeah, it's just to get that tackle and then quickly get out.
That is another touch finder there for Currie, as big Stephen Ainsley, number 5. You can see him there just hirpling into position. I think he's had a knock on a leg. Used to play, I think he played for a spell at Jed Forest, didn't he, for about a season, or a couple of seasons. And Scotland had their 20th player at the Junior Rugby World Cup back in the summer. There he is with number 5 in the back of his Currie jersey. Number 4 standing just behind him is the big lad Hamish Bain. There's a steal, Runciman's away. That was a Currie throw and a Melrose steal. Baggett, lovely passing. Taylor to Taylor. There's the gap. Lovely tackling by Matthew Hooks for Currie. Melrose on the up and up. Batty takes it on. Resolute tackling there by Currie. But non-release after the tackle. I think this has been a good game. It's had a lot of, one or two, well, not a lot of flat spells, 1 or 2 flat spells, but it's had some very good patches of rugby in it.
Yeah, it's when there's that quiet kind of spell, it's then it lifts up again. There's that bit of excitement attack, and you see there with Gav Woods on for Rich Taylor, so he made the lovely pass, and then George decided to just carry himself and got over the gain line, and then keeping the ball. It's then now turned to a Melrose penalty, and they've got the choice of touch or go for goal. George
Taylor is away in the distance there, beside on that little group of 2 players to the left, wearing number 13. And Gavin Wood, who has just come on, he'll be there somewhere. There he is, he's standing with his hands on his hips, just almost on the dotted line, receiving the water now. I think this is going to be an injury enforced change for Currie. And it's Matt Hooks who looks as though he's taken a knock. However, not yet. I'll carry on, he says. Meanwhile, the big guys there muster themselves. Ainsley and Bain. And Jason Baggett, to the roared approval of the Melrose crowd, puts his team right down into that corner. And there's your ground camera shot. Gives you a great view from behind Neil Cochrane. Great hands by Carmichael. Drive by Melrose. They want to work it open a wee bit. McAndrew. Oh, this is Rory Knott. Gets it back. There's Carmichael. Is it brushed off Hooks' tackle, and is Carmichael in under the posts? Yes, he is. Try for Melrose. 36 points to 22. And the big fella, Lewis Carmichael, got the try.
So it was a good line out by Melrose. Got in the front foot and then the advantage, so they had that free ball option. Decided to just keep playing, going the same way. And got over in the front foot, and then it was Lewis Carmichael that got over.
That's Melrose's 5th try of the afternoon. And they really do rack up the scores once they get into their rhythm. conversion by Baggett, 38-22 the score now. Here's the try coming up.
So we have it just going the same way. Rue not just short, he had a go, but worked really hard to get the ball back. And then Lewis gets round the corner and his big brush off and then gets under the post. Good team try by Melrose, but it's just the mistakes that from both sides that are kind of giving points away.
And he picked his target in Matthew Hooks, who was injured earlier on and has had to leave now. Here's the restart then by Currie, Chris Davis. Cameron Gray, Ross Weston. Weston loves to have a bit tilt at them. Gavin Wood in with the tackle for Melrose. Well, Fraser Thompson thought he was managing to keep it in play, but it just skipped out over the touchline. Otherwise, he might just have been cleared to the Currie try line. But here we are, 38-22, 5 tries, 5 conversions, and a penalty. Ali Grieve is on for Melrose, number 18, second from the tail in the line out. There he is. But it's Carmichael gets the ball. McAndrew, Runciman. Good tackle there by Graham Carson for Currie. Ali Grieve again. Melrose looking for gaps. Oh, here's this wee fella Lockington. He's got such a quick brain for rugby. Sees opportunities where so many players wouldn't. Driven on by Dan Elkington, now a replacement prop forward. He's another Scotland under-20s cap. Rory Knott applying the pressure. Ervin Hess got it at the second attempt, but he got it. Then he gets it back. Look, there's the technique. Get it back. Runciman in, using all of his poundage. McAndrew, slick service. Carmichael. Elkington was right there. Oh. Penalty to Currie just when they needed it, because they were on the rack and Melrose were cranking it up there, Niall.
Yeah, the breakdown especially. As Melrose are being a bit slow, Currie are then attacking that breakdown and actually disrupting it. So they're doing really well, and that's what then got them the penalty. So you see they're just messing up the ruck, kind of put them under pressure, just ruin the Melrose system. And then we get it away, but there the Currie defence is already set.
Lewis Carmichael has done some great barging and breenging, as they say. He's such a big lad, 17.5 stones. And, well, former North Berwick High School pupil. And is he one of these elite development players now, or is he with...
He's fully signed with Edinburgh.
With Edinburgh.
He's a really good talent. He's going to be one to watch for the future, yeah. But he's one that's proven it real well, and he's one of them senior players. But no, he's really good and one to watch.
That was almost a steal for him. In fact, it is a steal for Melrose. Runciman reacted very quickly there. There they go, take and give. Baggett, out it goes. Here's Thompson from full back. Here's one of the danger men, McCann. Batty takes it on, right up to within about 7 metres from the Currie try line. The reverse pass. Grieve. Here's one of the Taylor boys. This time it's George Cochrane. Ooh, that was a hard hit by Currie. Chance out wide. In at the corner. Lockington gets the score. That's try number 6 for Melrose. And it's 43 points to 22.
Again, they're kind of similar to some of their tries. They're just keeping the ball, carrying, securing that ruck, but they're taking their time, which is really good. Murdo controlling it there. Before you had, there you go, Neil Cochrane with a good carry. Keeps the ball as well, doesn't go for the line. And then they have numbers on the right. Great pass by Murdo. And out to Gavwood, who makes a great decision to then just feed Austin. And Austin, good feet and just a dive on the line. Again, really good team try.
I thought the way Gavin Wood held that ball and held the defence and then just slid a lovely pass out to Lockington. That was clever play there by Gavin Young. So 43-22. And here's the guy who's got a 100% record with his conversions this afternoon. This is a tricky one though. Almost on the touchline. He's kicked 5 out of 5 so far. Oh gosh, that looks another great kick. That is another beautiful kick there by Jason Baggett. Full marks to the Melrose standoff. That's been a great piece of goal kicking this afternoon. 45-22 now. And Baggett is on song with his goal kicking. Didn't go 10. It was played by Rhys Davis. So back they come for the scrummage. That's conversion number 6 for Jason Baggett, which is excellent really, because that try was out in the touchline. I think the try by Fraser Thompson was out in the touchline as well. So some of the kicks have been pretty straightforward, others have been less easy.
Yeah, there's you can see some of the Melrose players laughing because Baggett didn't really kick last year, and then he just started last week and he's nailed every kick. So adds a bit of humour to it that he's nailing every kick and he didn't kick at all last year.
There we go. Runciman played scrum half. Thompson with that wee burst of acceleration. Out to Lockington on this wing, but no road through this time. Interested spectators, and here they go again. See, Thompson just has that wee surge of acceleration which almost takes him away there from the Currie cover. Knocked on by Gary Temple. Melrose are going to make hay with this one. There's Rory not charging through. McAndrew, Irvin Hess, Thompson. Lockington again down the touchline. Oh, and the wee infield pass didn't quite go to hand.
There you can see some of the Melrose players smiling, but you know that it's because the opportunities are on and they're starting to attack the spaces and it's starting to turn exciting. Before you could hear Fraser calling for the ball come down the blind. There you go, there's Fraser, pops in the picture. Neil Evan Hess gives him a nice little pop, a little bit better, and then Austin there against the hooker, Fergus Scott. Good carry, but good defence by Thomas Gordon as well, and then he forces that offload, but it's a bit too low.
Thomas Gordon's tackle on Lockington was the try saver there for Currie, but it was a lovely build-up by Melrose. So just about 3.5 minutes left on our clock for this game to go. Currie defending, but they've got ball, and boy did they need it. Now Mike Adamson says that's a penalty to Currie. Melrose dropping the scrummage. Here comes Chris Davis. He's going to use this one just to get them out of that red area and comfortably close to the Currie try line. There we are. Eases them up outside the 22. Yeah, almost up to the Currie 10. Been a glorious day for a game of rugby, and we've seen a very good game as well. We've seen, what is it, 8 tries, 6 from Melrose, 2 from Currie. Is that right? Yes. 6 from Melrose, 2 from Currie. So nobody can complain about that. Tries are the great currency of rugby union, aren't they? That's what everybody likes to see. Here goes Richard Snedden on a wee sniping run. Jared Firth could never say that he was on a sniping run, but it was a breenge, I think. Here's a great, and that's a steal. All, you see, that's these infringements at the breakdown which are causing problems, and Melrose arguing again with an referee and conceding another 10 metres. Oh, Neil Cochrane, yellow card.
Yeah, I said before the game not to talk back to the refs, and it's kind of something they've been on, not to take any chat back, so that's been a few, maybe second or third one this game, and then it's just had to go to a yellow card.
Well, the scoreline says 45-22 for Melrose, and they've deserved the win in the sense that they've scored more tries and they've played some very good rugby. But Currie have contributed a lot to this game too.
They have. They've kept the ball really well, and they've put a lot of pressure on the Melrose, and they've scored some really good tries. It was just that before or just after half time, Melrose got that early try, and then Currie came back into it, but then it was then Melrose then stepped it up again and got a couple more tries to then just secure it.
I think I said it was 8 tries altogether. It's 9 actually, because Richard Cox got that try for Currie after half time. So it's 6 tries to 3 at the moment. Rhys Davis, number 6, feeds it on. Out it goes to the big fella, Gary Temple. This is Rory Knott in midfield. Snedden's after him. Cammy Gray's going to have to cover. Oh, McCann almost there. McCann is so difficult to bring down. This lad, Ross McCann, is a try-scoring machine. That's the 50 points up now. And that's another try for Melrose. And it's McCann's first of the afternoon, but I have to say, you get the feeling that he's been very close to going over the try line several times.
He's been a good impact today. Really good game for him. It's the third week in a row he scored in it last play, but well deserved. He's been great all game. Austin with that break, but outstanding tackle to slow him down, but then they've just went wide. Rory Knott broken through, feeds him a lovely pass, and then Ross does the extra bit to beat the players. Charlie just slips off, couldn't hold him, and then just breaks through a couple more. Still had a bit of work to do, but finishes it off really well. It was well deserved.
He's strong with it as well. That's what impresses me. He's got a bit of a sidestep, but he's strong. Not the biggest of players, but very strong. Jason Baggett keeps up his 100% record. 52-22 the scoreline. Conversion number 7 for him today. Seven converted tries and a penalty for Melrose. And Currie have scored 3 tries, 2 conversions and a penalty. One of the tries was a penalty try as well. Snedden just making sure that he gets the communication clear. Graham Carson has gone in as hooker into that front row for Currie. He can hook as well as prop, and he's got number 17 on this side of him, Big John Cox. And Jared Firth is away on the far side. Snedden. Weston with a wee feed from number 8. Phillips out it goes to Elms, who did very well. Wee twinkling footsteps there from Harvey Elms. Here's Charlie Shield, trying to keep a bit momentum on the move. And the hit up again by Carson. Firth. He was kind of standing still when he got that one. He didn't really have any momentum. Here come Currie again. They get so far, and then the Melrose. See, there's the Melrose tackling in again, and there's a bad offload. Oops. Second time. Knocked on, going to be a scrummage, and in fact it's going to be full time here. So a quick word from you, Niall, about Melrose today and about this 52 points to 22 victory.
Well deserved. I thought they played really well. Currie, first half it was a tight competition, tight game. Just after half time it was then Melrose got that early try, and then Currie then replied back with one, but then it was just that step up by Melrose keeping the ball. Couple mistakes at the breakdown from both sides, but then it was just Melrose that capitalised onto it and just ran away at the end.
So there we are then. It's been 7 tries to 3 for Melrose. All the 7 tries converted by Jason Baggett. The final scoreline here at the Green Yards, 52-22. And with that, from Niall Godsmark and from me, Bill Johnson, and all the crew here at Melrose, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.